So first we wanted to do a project that would help out the Student Community Gardens Club and help them create a garden on campus that people would farm and like eat from and whatnot, and that didn't work out. And then we wanted to help out setting a farmer's market on campus, and that also did not work out. And then we wanted to hold a demonstration to teach people how to make their own little gardens, and that also did not work out. So eventually we decided to increase the amount of organic food that USF Dining uses, and that also did not work out, surprise. So after that, Jenna Burns very gratefully helped us, and we ended up coming up with this Don't Waste Food theme.
So what we actually did for our project is we tabled outside of the dining halls, and we basically ran up to people or asked them to come over, and they signed a petition saying that they would not waste food.
Shouldn't waste food, because there's other people in other countries, third world countries, that are dying, that are starving, and it's bad for society.
We're from Haiti, and our people over there, some of them, they have no food. And people here, they be wasting food.
Alright, how many pounds of food do you think students at USF waste per day in the dining hall? 250.
How much food do you think is wasted per dining hall per day?
A lot. I'd say about just a little bit under 4,000 pounds.
As far as like how much food is wasted in a day for all of the students, it's just nuts. Like I probably would have guessed like maybe 300 pounds.
How many pounds of food do you think students at USF waste per day in the dining halls?
You know, with 27.
I figured total probably about 500 pounds. I didn't realize just how much food people were throwing away. How much food do you think is wasted per day in each dining hall?
750 pounds, Bob.
Can you guess how many pounds of waste the Fresh Food Company produces per day?
Like 50.
Higher?
120.
Higher?
370.
Higher?
540.
Higher? 687.5 pounds a day. That's so crazy.
How many people do you think USF could feed with all the food that the students waste every day in the dining hall?
Like 15 zillion people.
15 zillion?
Is that a number? Is that a number?
I don't know if that's a number, but
No, it's not.
we'll go with it.
Okay.
How many people do you feel USF could feed with all the food that students waste every day in the dining hall?
Like 15, I guess?
15.
And how many people do you think that would feed?
750 in 2 days.
I figured it was probably around like 75, 80 people. I didn't think I thought people ate a lot more, needed a lot more than they do. Turns out that we actually eat just about twice as much food as we need to every day based on calories. How many people do you think that could feed?
A lot.
Man, did you know that from the waste that Fresh Food Company supplies alone, you could feed 146 starving people?
All these people
I
wasting
know.
food.
Food wasters.
4.7 ounces per person.
So, are you going into the Fresh Food Company today to eat? And do you plan on having any of your food go in the trash?
No, but most likely it might happen.
Okay, so we were sitting outside the dining hall, and I don't know, we were kind of getting bored, so we went inside, and I had this idea that I actually chase down people and tell them not to waste. Like, there's always people just throwing away food, you know, and there was a bunch of people that didn't actually sign the petition, that didn't know what was going on outside. So here's what we did.
Alright, we're over here at the Fresh Food Company over at Argos, and we're about to catch some people, or someone, at least someone, throwing away food, because everyone always throws away food over here. So let's go catch some people. Let's see if we can find it. I think that girl's going to throw some food away. What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you throwing away a sandwich? Half a sandwich?
It's only half the sandwich.
Did you know that every person on the USF campus threw away half a sandwich? That would be enough sandwich to feed a small African village for a week? Did you know that?
No.
What are you going to do with that sandwich? What are you going to do with it now?
Think I should eat it? Or do you want it?
Do you want the sandwich?
No, I'm kind of full.
I'll eat it.
Okay then. You enjoy that sandwich.
People, wasting food. Look at all this. Wasting food.
Do you plan on eating at the Fresh Food Company today? And do you plan on wasting any of your food?
No.
None of it's going to go in the trash?
None of it.
Not one bit?
Not one bit.
By only picking up food that you're going to eat and by eating the food that you put on your plate.
I'm not gonna waste any. I'm just gonna get like the minimum. So like if I do get hungry, I'll just like go back and get a little bit more. So
That last piece of sandwich, just eat it. Just eat it. We'd rather obesity than for you to throw it in the trash. See this? Obesity.
People not grabbing as much food every time they go up, and the cook's probably cooking in smaller amounts at a time.
Will you pledge not to waste any food today? Oh, you can sign this one too.
Oh, I'll get them to come back and do that.
Don't get as much food on your plate as you would normally do. I mean, just going into the dining halls and thinking about what you're going to eat. Like, go around to each section of the dining hall, see what they have there to eat, and then pick out what you want to eat and, you know, plan your proportions. Eat healthy, but plan what you eat before you go and actually sit down and eat.
I think that people are actually guilted into not wasting food just by signing a little pledge before they went in, because as they were coming out, we asked them, like, hey, you didn't waste any food, did you? Just kind of joking around, and then most of them were like, seriously, like, no, actually, I asked for like a smaller portion today, or ate all of my food today, and then they would recommend to other people, don't eat the rice, it's gross, you'll end up wasting it, and whatnot. So it was actually pretty successful, and people liked coming up, they understand it's a class project, so they were willing to help out and learn about what's going on.
Most of the people actually agreed to it, and they actually stood there and they listened to us, and they actually seemed pretty interested in the ideas that we brought up about how much we actually waste on campus per day. And a lot of them were actually really surprised. And after they signed the petition and they went inside and they came back out, and a lot of them were really excited. They said, you know, I did not waste food. And especially on Earth Day. Earth Day was a major day because they came outside and they're like, you know what, planet's good, and I did not waste food today.
Tabling outside a Fresh Food Company was pretty neat because we got to meet all kinds of people, and we found out that a lot of people really do care about not wasting food, and they just needed some sort of outlet to be shown how not to waste the food. A lot of them didn't really have any idea how much food is being wasted, and by us bringing it to their attention, they really decided to make a difference, and a lot of people didn't waste food when we were out there. So don't waste food.
Don't waste food.
Don't waste.
Don't waste food. Don't waste food. Eat it. Do not waste food. Eat it. Don't waste food! Thank you.
This is Irvin signing off.
Tomorrow's Arbor Day!
Plant a tree!